Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. Well, quite a weekend. One or two little hissy fits have been thrown, and a couple of points have been raised that I would like to address. Where shall we start? I mean, there's so much, isn't there? Foodie, let's just say it for what it is. You're pissed off. You're pissed off because you violated some terms of service and some copyright issues and a few other things while filming your latest vlog on your couples channel. You filmed people without their permission, particularly children, and you allowed music to play in the background. Now, it is against the law to publish any footage of an individual in Kuwait who has not expressly given their permission. And yet you're wandering through crowds of people, families, and even going up to complete strangers holding children and filming them, and then wondered why you had so much trouble uploading your stuff. In the meantime, other people uploaded your content and didn't get penalised, and that enraged you, because by the time you had fixed all the things that you needed to be fixed, there was barely anybody left to watch your content. That must have really stung. It obviously really stung, because you went on a copyright striking spree, claiming to only target those who have uploaded your content in its entirety. Yes, about that. One, by somebody called Kelly, I believe, was only 10 minutes in duration, whereas your entire vlog, before it got fixed, was close to 50 minutes. So I don't see how she could have uploaded your content in its entirety. Unicorn Pondu, who I personally watch every video he uploads because his commentary is chef's kiss, you struck them as well. Their content was a little over 30 minutes, again significantly shorter than your original content in its entirety, and included commentary. So no, that wasn't somebody uploading your content in its entirety either. Also, and you said this yourself, you're only striking smaller channels. You mean channels that don't have the money to actually appeal and take you to court? Well, that's just playing dirty, isn't it? You had a little hissy fit, you didn't get your way, people saw your content before you actually were able to put it up because of all the violations that you had committed in making this video, and then you threw a hissy fit and started targeting smaller channels who hadn't actually broken the terms of fair use. And you're just hoping that none of them appeal and they'll just wait out the 90 days. And in the meantime, you're holding over their heads the threat of the 3 strikes. Wow, and you wonder why people don't like you. I've done some research, and this is what I found out. 1. The second you upload your content onto YouTube, it is copyrighted and belongs to you. There is no legal course that you can take beyond that. The only caveat to this is, by definition of the terms of service and of use and the contract you signed with YouTube, you, being the owner of said video, has also given Google and YouTube permission to use that material in any way that they see fit. Completely off topic, editing me here. All the noises you're hearing in the background, absolutely every effing one of them is to do with a cat. Notice sleepy cat here. They're all asleep now. The worst noises are cat's sharpening claws, hopefully on scratching posts provided, but probably more likely on back of chairs. And what constitutes as fair use as far as Google and YouTube are concerned? A video featuring your content falls under the umbrella of fair use as long as it adheres to one of these following things. It has been commented on or reacted to, let's say. You have criticised or are presenting criticism. I'd also say that goes with reaction channels too. Research. Unlikely. Teaching. In a way, yes. But that's only in some cases. I mean, I do use you as a starting point for talking about psychological disorders and Q80 laws and things. So that comes under the umbrella of teaching. Another one is parody, which I'm particularly fond of. Or news reporting. I mean, obviously, you're not worldwide news, but in terms of entertainment in the sphere of news reporting, yes. Now, these people, those that have been copy struck, just appeal. Appeal on the basis that it falls under fair use. You're gonna win. It's gonna be overturned. There'll be no strike against you. The stuff will go back up. The money you accrued will continue, and Foodie can sit and stew in her own juices. Now, you were chatting on your live and going on and on and on and on about how much work editing your videos are, because you use a GoPro and the GoPro has to go on a so-and-so and a what's it and has to be converted and whatever. Well, 50% of that stuff that you talked about could be eliminated immediately if you edited on a computer instead of your phone. And you said that you don't want anybody editing your videos for you because then it would sort of become their video and not yours. Foodie, we all know you don't want anybody getting their hands on your unedited content because they're going to see the truth. They're going to see how you and Salah really interact. They're going to see how grumpy you get and how demanding you are and how whiny you are when you don't get your way or when Salah tries to make you do something you don't want to. They're going to see the petulant child that you are, and you cannot risk anybody getting their hands on that material. Even the beezers you trust and love, not even Teardrop, will get the honour of seeing unedited material, because then everybody will get to see who you really are, and that's the reason why you are struggling with your editing and won't ask for help. It's because there's so much that is being recorded that you do not want other people to see. It's the truth. It is exactly what you are trying so desperately to pretend that your life is not. And lastly, you said that any expat can sponsor family members, particularly wives and children, to come over and stay on a family visa. Yes, that is absolutely true. Doesn't apply to you though. The expats that are sponsoring their wives and their children to come over to live on family visas, do you know what they all have in common? They were legally married in a country outside of Kuwait. Didn't think that maybe during all the intensive research I didn't try to find any loophole that would possibly allow you to be there legally. You're not even legally married in Kuwait. If you got married in another country, technically Salah could sponsor you on a family visa if he earned enough, if he legitimately had a legitimate job and wasn't like, fabricating things a little bit. So, no, in that case, you cannot be sponsored to be on a family visa because you didn't get married outside of Kuwait. And you can't actually legally get married inside of Kuwait either. And if you were on a family visa, there'd be absolutely no reason for you to repeat your travel patterns that you have done for the last 2 years, like clockwork. 3 trips of 2 to 3 days, and then one massive big trip around about October. That sounds like somebody on a tourist visa. Cut the bullshit. Really. You can say it till your tits drop off. Nobody is going to believe you. So stop going on about it. We know it's not true. You continue being a petulant child. You continue to pretend that you have some sort of moral high ground. Continue to pretend that you're going to all these authorities that will all vote in your favour and will penalise all us mere mortals and smaller channels below you, when actually you don't have a fucking leg to stand on. The amount of things you put online that go against terms of service, in terms of your bullying, your harassing, your use of inappropriate slurs, one could say. It only takes one equally as stubborn individual as you to go on some sort of crusade to get every single channel that you have removed. The only reason nobody's doing it is because currently you're mildly entertaining and not for the reasons you think. I think it would be wise if you chose your battles, and having a hissy fit over people getting to put your content up sooner than you did because you fucked up is not one of them.